Yes, I know my hair is not fixed. I'm headed out this afternoon to get my hair done. And boy, does it ever need it. I will tell you, I really push it to the max, like go as far between appointments as I possibly can. I'm really not one of those girly girls outside of keeping my nails painted. That's about as close as I get. My hair is actually a mess. It's really frizzy. It's impossible to brush through. And check my roots. You see that? Ridiculous. Starting to look kind of like a bad Dixie chick, I know. The funny thing is, I don't actually get my hair colored blonde, like I don't get it bleached. I do get a few highlights, but the reason it's so brassy right now is because of that beach trip where I went to Fort Myers Beach the weekend before Christmas. So that was a little over a month ago, but anytime I get out in the sun or get in a swimming pool or anything like that, it bleaches my color out into this brassy blonde. I don't know why. I'm going to get my color and a quick trim and I'll be right back. So I'm back and I'm all done, and you can see there's a big difference. This is actually my natural hair color with a few highlights put in, of course. Why in the world it bleaches out like that when I get in the sun or get in the pool, I have no idea. Blech. Anyway, that reminds me of a funny story. The very first time I ever had my hair colored, I was in my 30s. Maybe I was a little bit of a late bloomer. Because my teenager, I think both of my teenagers, boy and girl both, have had color in their hair already. Anyway, so I was in my 30s and it was New Year's Eve. And I'd been drinking a little. And one of the women in the family was a hairdresser, and she's like, you should do highlights. And I was like, Anyway, so she decides to do foils in my hair and do highlights, and it'll be really cool, and everybody's like, yeah, you should do it. So of course I do it. As you know, I assume, it has to sit in there for a little while. So I'd been drinking. Did I mention that? And I was eating this Frito pie. If you've never had a Frito pie, it's like those Fritos with chili and cheese and sour cream, and you guys know how much I love food. Like, I love food. Plus I'd been drinking. Did I mention that? So I'm sitting there and I'm eating my Frito pie. And you know, I'm eating my Frito pie. So she says to me, it's time to take them out. We've got to wash it out. And I'm like, I'm almost done. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. And I keep eating my Frito pie. Well, needless to say, I had some serious blonde streaks for a while. And I was completely freaked out about it. I was like, oh my gosh, because I've never ever had any bleach or any color or anything like that in my hair at all. So I was completely freaked out. I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh. The worst part of it was that I had a trip coming up to California, and it was my very first trip to Southern California. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I got drunk enough and in love enough with my Frito pie that I allowed this to happen to my hair right before I go to Southern California for the very first time. But I got there and I discovered my hair was very mild compared to everyone else there, so it's like no big deal in the end. I am so thrilled to finally have my hair done. I'm probably the world's worst to go as far as I can between appointments, simply because it takes a couple hours to do, and I really don't want to damage my hair that much. Plus, when I'm home, I usually just wear it all up on top of my head anyway, and who really cares, except the UPS guy maybe? And I really don't think they care either. I think the only thing they're looking at when they come to my doors is this big giant dog that's like going to eat them. So I'm thrilled to finally have my hair done. It feels so soft and so silky. I love the stuff that she puts in it. And of course it's very straight right now, but man, it's soft. And of course it's my normal color, which I absolutely love. So I'm all normal again. And just as I said that, I thought, normal for me, we'll just say. Normal for Lynn. Yeah. See you in the next video.